What can I do?
All right.
I'm going to do it for you. Watch this. We're going to start with, there's all sorts of different wells to pick from because we've created a multiverse that all these different wells can come from. And so that's a joy and a privilege as an actor to get to pull from this multiverse because the producers and writers have created this organic reasoning that actually makes sense. Like, you know what? That wells can be, he can be this wells, or he can be this wells, or he can be actually nobody wants the mime wells. We did that last year and that I got about as much screen time as the mime wells gets, but it's been a privilege to do that. My starting point, is the Reverse Flash for everything I do. He's the Flash, I'm the Reverse Flash, and you're going to have that Superman Lex Luthor reckoning again and again and again because it's in the comic and it's part of our history, but you don't want to rush into it. It's like you can't do what we did season 1 every season, so we're going to pick and choose our spots, but I'm always hopeful to get that suit on again.
And you know exactly which wells are we going to see this is?
No, well, we're going to see some, I think we're going to have different elements of the of a Wells character. We're going to start with Harry, but we've already done that, so I think one of the things that we like to do is okay, here's an opportunity, an organic opportunity to have the same face and the same look and the same name, but be a different character. And I think we want to take advantage of that.
So which wells do you enjoy more playing?
Not politically correct, because it sounds like a politically correct answer to say I like them all, but I really do. They're so different. Like, for example, in a scene last year, I did one where Harry from season 2 is talking to HR, and HR thinks Harry, I made this decision that HR thinks Harry is the best thing ever, and Harry thinks HR is an idiot, and the idea that I got to do those things, that goes back into it's like Twelfth Night or Shakespearean, where it's like Viola, and it's suddenly you get to I get to play one version and another version, and they're facing off against each other. I mean, like I say, the show has offered a lot of joy and privilege, and that was one of those great joyous moments.
Are we ever going to get a drag queen wells?
What you should do is talk to the writers and submit that. I think there should be all sorts of we talked earlier about a female Wells, and we have Jesse Quick, but a female Flash. Do you know what I mean? Because look, we have the multiverse and we have the reasoning behind all of it, and they created it. So there's really nothing we can't do.
We've had a villain Wells. If there was a hero Wells, what superhero would you want it to be?
What superhero?
We've had the Reverse Flash.
Yeah. No, it's a great question. In other words, how would you? I guess the question you'd first start with, what would you want to do? What strengths would you want to differentiate between Reverse Flash, yellow suit, and actual Wells, and what strengths would he bring? And I think, I think you'd want to bring some element of, ego, I think, is always good, and obnoxiousness, and humor. You know what I mean? And I think there's been elements of all those Wells that we've seen already, like Harry, no social skills, you know what I mean? HR, he's, so there's a lot of, you'd have to find out exactly what you could do that would be different from the Reverse Flash, you know what I mean? But still make it interesting enough. So,
would you say that HR is the one that suits more your personality?
No, they're all part. They're all part of. It's interesting, right? They're all they all feel organic and they're easy to get into because they're all I'm bringing all parts of me to them, And so I like that, I like the idea that as the Reverse Flash, for years I would be offered, if I got offers, they'd be nice guy parts. And then once I started doing this, most of the offers I get are bad guys, villains. And the Reverse Flash kind of did that for me. And so I'm grateful for that because every actor wants to show a full range of emotion and full scale things.